Hello and welcome back. Today we will be continuing White Lies, How the South Lost the Civil War, then Rewrote the History. And it is written by Ann Bausum. We will be reading lie number 10, and it reads, The American Civil War was a war between the states. After the United Daughters of the Confederacy was founded in 1894, its members did not just promote long-standing tenets of the lost cause. They established new ones. In the years following what the U.S. government had labeled the War of Rebellion, white Southerners became increasingly defensive about being classified as rebels. The word rebel implied that they'd done something wrong, and they didn't like that. The lost cause states' rights argument, lie number 3, had been devised to dodge the rebel label. It had helped in the South, but the federal government continued to view the recent war as a rebellion. Displeased white Southerners tried harder to scrub the rebel stain from their names. Sovereigns cannot rebel, Jefferson Davis insisted in 1874. In other words, Confederates had been loyal to their own independent country, so they couldn't be rebels. When the United States persisted in calling the history the War of the Rebellion, Southern pushback continued. For example, during 1890s, Minister and lost cause advocate J. William Jones declared it was not a rebellion and we were not rebels or traitors. At the same time, white Southerners began to devise their own terminology for the war. These included the Southern War for Independence, the late unpleasantness, the Confederate War, or just the war. Each caught hold for a time, then faded. By the end of the 19th century, groups like the United Daughters of the Confederacy and the United Confederate Veterans were promoting a new option. This one stuck: the war between the states. White Southerners liked the expression because it suggested that the warring factions had fought as equals. Its language erased all hint of illegitimacy and the rebellion from their side of the conflict. By 1900, the United Daughters of the Confederacy used no other term. The group's relentless campaign increasingly made the federal government's official name, the War of Rebellion, seemed unfair and even undeserved. The Daughters' new phrase and its false equivalency became so ingrained among people in the South and beyond that the portrayal of the conflict as a war of rebellion didn't just fall from favor, it disappeared. To accommodate such views and promote national reconciliation, members of Congress softened the government's official terminology for the war at the turn of the 20th century and replaced War of the Rebellion with Civil War. This term became widely used, but so did the Daughters' preferred expression. Due to their tireless promotion, the war between the states characterization found its way into textbooks for much of the 20th century and onto a sheet of commemorative U.S. postage stamps as recently as 1995. It continues to be one of the correct answers for the conflict's name on the U.S. citizenship test. War of the Rebellion became a relic, static text imprinted on the aging volumes of the U.S. government's official summary of the war. The words can still be found etched in the stone foundations of northern memorials to U.S. soldiers from the conflict, but they ceased to linger in people's minds. With help from the Daughters, patriots had replaced rebels in a contest of equals. And so today we read about the 10th lie, which was the American Civil War was a war between the states. All right.